So what are my plans for today? Oh, don't make plans, Graham. Someone will come along to bust them. Sound like an old cynic, don't I? It's early, so I've come out to do this, as I said, before it gets too hot. Then when I get back, I shall shower, have a cup of coffee, and then I'm going to go back to Tesco Low Tut and buy some more fruit and salad for food during the week. I'll worry about the weekend when the time comes. I'm strictly budgeting myself at the moment. I spent a lot of money last month. I had to buy a new phone to improve my communications with America.
This is worth explaining. There are increased levels of security on a lot of websites now. And when you try to log in to a site, let's say a bank site, quite often they will insist on sending you another PIN number. And that is usually to the phone number for you that they have on record. When you're setting up this facility, it's usually impossible to convince them that your phone number is Thai and not American. The website just won't allow you to enter an outside of the USA phone number. So they're going to send this PIN to my USA phone, which is another reason I have to pay money every month to maintain that phone number. And to stop me from going through all the aggro of swapping SIM cards and getting all aerated like that, it's reasonable now for me to have two phones on the go.
And I had to get a new battery fitted in this phone that is recording this. And my normal glasses are on their last legs, so I went to the optician and got a really nice set of reading glasses, which are working very well. But that lot anyway cost me best part of 10,000 baht more than I normally budgeted for. So I've been really trying to save money on food and other expenses, so knock on wood for good luck. There's only a few days to go to the end of the month, so I might just manage to squeak through to the end of the month with my normal monthly allowance. Next month I think it'll be much better because I need to buy another set of glasses which really replaces these, which are progressive lenses, so they will cover everything from watching the TV at home from distance of a couple of meters through to normal walking around like this. So there's another 7,000 baht for those. So I'm being rather mean and rather stingy at the moment, and it's a good job I am here on my own, because I can be stingy with myself much easier than I can with, Noi if she was here. So there we are. The thing that really pisses me off, it's the election time again. It's only a month or so since we had the last one, and you just get these bloody PA trucks going around making all sorts of bloody noise. They just love noise. Oh, Victor Meldrew, where are you? Victor Meldrew? He's right here on the island of Phuket in Thailand, believe me. Well, I hope I got it framed up right. The light being so high, I can't really see, but there we are. There's the Phuket Hilton. I'm not sure if it's open or not. Hardly worth it for a place that size. And to go back to my normal Victor Meldrew state, here's some more classic evidence of Thai workmanship. This is where the digger was stationed, the backhoe. At least that's gone, and it's about 1% more finished than it was fortnight or so ago when I came along here, but look, it's just, you know, abandoned. They don't give a fuck. They don't seem to give a fuck about much, basically. But I know I have to be very, very careful not to trip over anything or twist anything, because if I do that, I know I'm going to be screwed again for another week or so. So, running for a bus, if there was a bus, running for it is definitely not an option anymore in my life. This is about, you know, a sensible walking pace for me now. I can go faster, but I'm not 100% right now. I've still got, you know, weak extremities, and I'm favouring them, so this is perfectly okay for me. Hell, I'm retired. I've got all day. I'm retired here in paradise, right? But for all my bitching and belly aching, I've got to admit that this is a very, very pleasant walk along here in these current times. There is no one around. There's hardly any traffic. The birds are tweeting, and it's actually quite relaxing. So be grateful for what you've got, Victor. Other people have suffered a hell of a lot more than you have. And there is another very big resort in there. I've got no idea whether it's open or not. Christ almighty, only in Thailand. Look at this. Look at this. Nice of them to do that. What was I saying about not being finished? Jesus Christ. They're pathetic, honestly. Absolutely pathetic workers. Just walking into Qatar now, the outskirts of Qatar, which I've said in previous videos, to me seems the worst hit of all of them. I mean, here there's just literally nothing that I can see that's open. And here is the long closed dino bar that I've also done videos about. How Noy and I used to dine here, and how I took a very nice photo of her right by that rock garden sign. Now overgrown. And here's where you could sit out during the day for a tincture. Well, there are no tinctures now, but I'm going to sit here anyway. Here we are. And those PA trucks that they love so much going around has sort of made me wonder what's going to happen in April for Songkran here this year. As last year it was cancelled altogether. I can't remember about 2019. I don't know about Songkran then. I'll have to look it up, whether it was cancelled or just a non-event. I don't know. I got a sneaking suspicion they're going to try to do something this year, but what it's going to be, I don't know. And you know, as there's virtually no foreigners around, they're really scared about their own young men getting pissed. They might ban alcohol sales anyway. If they don't, then I might be tempted to go into Patong and have a couple of beers in a bar. But that is not a firm plan, and I don't care if it doesn't work. So we'll see. Anyway, the Dino Bar, for what it's worth, in Qatar Beach. I always have a problem distinguishing between Qatar and Caron. Which way is it? Caron, Qatar, or Qatar, Caron, depending on which way you're walking, obviously. Well, Caron Beach is the one down that way, closest to Patong, and here is Qatar, which is, you know, the one that's further south. So anyway, here we are. Yeah, remembering better days, that's for sure. Anyway, heading back to Caron Beach. Drive you bleeding crackers after a while. Now they've been working on renovating this for the last 3 or 4 months, still isn't finished. The Chinese, much as I hate them, the Chinese would have built the whole bloody building in that time. Anyway, there we are. If you can get over the PA trucks and Sarlings, it's really nice and peaceful here. A couple of months ago I was walking down here and an old motorbike with an even older bloke riding it and a little girl perched on the front stopped and asked me for money because he had no food to eat. You know, can you believe it? So I was short of money then as well, myself, again. But I gave him about my last $100 and he looked pretty 100 baht, sorry. He looked pretty unimpressed, rode off. Good luck. It was me that went hungry that night. And this parade of shops was where I looked in through the window. Cafe, sort of internet shop and tailor's shop over there. One thing I've just thought to myself is, if all this ever ends and the Dino Bar reopens, I shall, you know, unless there's a special occasion, I'm not going there for a meal, but during the day I'll come and sit outside on that bar where I was just sitting and have a drink and another reminisce and cut in some of the footage that I shot today, or maybe one of the other times I've sat there. Let's make it today, then we'll have a double remembrance, won't we? I can cut back to this video that I've just shot, and then that will show me cutting back to something even earlier. So anyway, we'll see. It's that kind of shit that keeps me going, you know? Weird. Old abandoned watchtower. I always do that when I come past here, or past the other small ones on Patong Beach. It's all part and parcel of going crazy, you know. I must admit that when I heard there was going to be another election, my heart sank because I knew there'd be this shit going on. I mean, to the Thais, this is perfectly normal, but for me, this just drives me bloody crazy. There's no end to it. No end to it. He's even got loudspeakers on the back, so it doesn't get any better when he goes past you. He's not even going bird song, like the other ones did. It's just playing music. I mean, what good is that? Anyway, they've stopped there. Must be papaya salad time. They've got to eat papaya salad once every 2 hours or so. Otherwise they waste away into nothing. Right, back to the bike. Back to home. Well, the election PA trucks and Sarlings driving me bonkers here, but at least there are no massage girls. Hello, massage. So that's something anyway. Anyway, outside of the election, it's quite quiet here. Oh, Christ, here they come again. I mean, it's bloody relentless. Can't get away from it. Oh, they stopped for a papaya salad break. That's good. Anyway, cheerio, I've had enough.
Well, there you have it. And I must admit, I wasn't entirely sure when I was actually out doing the walk just what sort of video it would turn into, but after I'd finished editing it together, the results are rather concerning, and it shows the effect that a year and a half being isolated here alone has had on me. It's the picture of a disturbed and unhappy human being. Cheerio.